It's just painful to watch.
This video was deleted, but we will still show it to you and also tell you what threats did Jameson Stocks face after criticizing Meghan Markle's Netflix show. What role did Archie and Lilibet play behind the scenes of Meghan's Netflix show? And are Archie and Lilibet in jeopardy? How Christina Pazsitzky and Katherine criticized Meghan? Why did Meghan Markle decide to change her surname to Sussex? Why does she insist on being called Sussex in her show?
What?
And what does Lord Ivar Mountbatten have to say about this controversial move? Thomas Markle Sr. has his own explosive take on Meghan's Netflix series, With Love, Meghan, disputing key aspects of her childhood narrative. Yet somehow, Netflix renewed the show despite backlash. Why? Is Meghan Markle's on-screen persona truly authentic? Or is it all part of a carefully crafted image supported by her savvy use of social media to promote her series and lifestyle brand? And what about Prince Harry's secret meeting with key royals? What was that really about? Learn about this and other interesting facts in our video. Meghan Markle launched her much-anticipated Netflix series, With Love, Meghan, on March 4th, 2025. But the debut came with some unexpected twists and turns. Initially, the show managed to snag a spot on Netflix's coveted top 10 list. Yet it quickly spiraled downward, dropping out after just 3 days and officially vanishing from the rankings by the weekend. Although the Duchess of Sussex aimed to charm viewers with her cooking and hosting tips, the series attracted a modest 526,000 households within its first 5 days, significantly lower than the 2.1 million households that tuned in for her previous joint venture with Prince Harry. And just like that, the plot gets even spicier. Despite lukewarm viewer numbers, Netflix surprisingly announced a second season renewal shortly after release. This decision raised eyebrows across media circles, sparking speculation that Netflix might be banking on controversy rather than ratings alone. And controversy certainly followed. British celebrity chef Jameson Stocks didn't mince words when he called the show painful to watch and terrible, criticizing its sluggish music and forced presentation.
You said no to the project, and you've watched bits of it now, and you've said it feels orchestrated, choreographed, boring. What's your take on it?
Well, I was asked by a national newspaper to for my views and what I thought about it, so obviously I wasn't going to kind of make my own opinion on there without looking at it and watching it, and I honestly thought it was terrible.
What's so bad about it?
I think everything. The music's quite slow, it's quite lethargic, it's quite painful. It's just painful to watch.
If not cooking then, just finally and briefly, where should Meghan turn her attentions to?
I think she should just go back to acting.
Yeah.
She's quite a good actress.
Yeah.
In real life, or in, obviously on screen, but...
Similarly, renowned royal chef Richard Corrigan labeled it pretentious, remarking that its overtly Californian vibe clashes sharply with British sensibilities. And here's where things get even wilder. Stocks insists his critique was never personal, emphasizing he harbors no animosity towards Meghan herself, yet he's now facing a barrage of death threats and vitriolic messages that have left him bewildered and concerned for his safety. Stocks claims Netflix approached him last year to consult on a high-profile lifestyle show, one he suspects was Markle's, but Netflix insiders flatly deny this, stating Stocks was never considered for the project. But the shockwaves are just beginning. Meghan Markle's estranged father, Thomas Markle Sr., publicly slammed her Netflix series With Love, Meghan, claiming his daughter has never been authentic and accusing her of faking it for the cameras. Thomas isn't just any critic. He's an 80-year-old retired TV lighting director who knows a thing or two about what makes a show tick. Drawing from his decades of experience working behind the scenes on hit shows like Married to with Children and General Hospital, Thomas insists he can spot Meghan's rehearsed expressions a mile away. According to him, every smile she flashes and every line she delivers is carefully premeditated, leaving no room for spontaneity or genuine emotion. He even went as far as saying that Meghan tries so hard to achieve perfection that she visibly tenses up whenever the cameras roll. Thomas also questioned Meghan's portrayal of her childhood in the series. While Meghan painted herself as a relatable, latchkey kid, reminiscing about microwavable dinners and modest beginnings, Thomas quickly debunked this narrative, revealing that their family regularly dined out multiple times a week, and finances were never an issue. His son, Thomas Markle Jr., echoed these sentiments, labeling Meghan's stories as nothing more than fabricated tales designed to win audience sympathy. Yet, despite these biting criticisms from her own flesh and blood, Meghan appears unfazed. She continues to celebrate her show's success success on social media, sharing Instagram stories of enthusiastic fans recreating recipes from the series. Meghan's Instagram strategy is anything but random. Since her return to social media earlier this year, she's been carefully curating her posts, mixing personal glimpses of family life with promotional content for her brand and Netflix series. From heartfelt tributes to Prince Harry to showcasing fans recreating her recipes, Meghan is crafting a narrative of relatability and aspiration. Yet critics argue that this is all part of a calculated PR play, a desperate bid to stay relevant in an increasingly crowded lifestyle market. Adding to the suspense is the shadow of Prince Harry's recent meeting with key royals in the UK, fueling speculation about behind-the-scenes negotiations amid strained family ties. We'll come back to this later. Meanwhile, Meghan faces mounting pressure to deliver results. With past ventures like their Spotify deal falling short, industry insiders suggest that failure is no longer an option for the Sussexes. But the drama keeps unfolding. Comedian Christina Pazsitzky's scathing critique on TikTok, labeling Meghan as phony and highly inauthentic, claiming she's merely an actress playing the part of a human being. Words that sent ripples through social media and left fans questioning Meghan's sincerity.
All right, I'm watching the new Meghan Markle Meghan Sussex cooking show, craft show. I don't know what the show is on Netflix. And okay, here's some thoughts. Number one, yes, it reads as highly inauthentic. This is the problem from minute one, is that she's trying to be perfect all the time, and it reads as phony, as inauthentic, is not fun.
But Christina isn't alone. Fellow comedian Katherine, once a vocal supporter of Meghan, recently echoed similar sentiments, describing Meghan's persona as manicured and very forced, pointing out glaring inconsistencies in her childhood stories. Ryan even suggested Meghan embrace her Hollywood roots openly, rather than maintaining what she sees as a carefully crafted facade of humility.
She is very Hollywood, even for me, and I don't like that in people. I see now, and maybe it's just the project she's choosing, it does feel like she has lied about whether she knew who Prince Harry was, and these details about her childhood change and don't add up. Like she said on her new Netflix show that they ate TV dinners growing up, but then in an old interview, she's like, we would eat farm fresh, just little things. Her whole act just seems like very manicured and very forced, and she likes cozying up to celebrities, and she wants the $1 million deal, or $100 million deal, like anyone would, and she likes the fact that she's married to a prince, of course. But I would rather someone lean into that and be like, oh my God, I used to be on Suits and now I'm married to a prince. I would rather that than this act of oh, I'm just so humble.
Meanwhile, critics from Variety to The Guardian have dismissed the series as a Montecito ego trip that's both pointless and narcissistic. Now let's take things to the next level. Despite being frequently mentioned, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet mysteriously remained off camera throughout the entire 8-episode run. But here's where things get interesting. Behind the scenes, these royal siblings were far from absent. Crew members revealed that Archie and Lilibet often visited the set alongside their dad, Prince Harry, even getting involved in audio recordings by donning headphones to listen in during production. We would give them headphones so they could listen to audio, the source shared. Meghan herself openly shared charming anecdotes about her children, like how little Lilibet proudly picked berries for a batch of jam served to guests Abigail Spencer and Kelly McKee-Zodgefin. Lily and I actually made this batch together, Meghan explained warmly, highlighting her daughter's enthusiasm in helping pick berries.
Lily and I actually made this batch together. She picked all those berries with me, and then she's like, no, Mama, I'll do it. And she wants to try. She's like, I'll stir it, I'll mash it. It's like, great. And then you keep the hot stuff away. Go, I'm gonna pour it in, but she's proud. She's so proud.
And Archie? Meghan casually revealed his budding passion for fishing. He even managed to catch 2 trout during a family outing, which they later salt-baked together. Despite these delightful anecdotes and frequent mentions of her kids' personalities and preferences, their faces never graced the screen. The plot thickens when we consider Meghan's candid remarks about privacy. privacy. She explained that she deliberately chose not to film at their Montecito home to protect their family's sacred space. "I wanted to protect that safe haven," she said firmly. With a crew of over 80 people involved in production, the decision to film at a nearby rental property was understandable, but it raised eyebrows nonetheless. So, why exactly did Meghan choose not to feature Archie and Lilibet on screen? The Sussexes have long been vocal about fiercely protecting their children's privacy since stepping away from royal duties in 2020. Meghan previously emphasized their desire for Archie and Lilibet to lead normal lives without constant public scrutiny or threats to their safety. But with frequent mentions throughout the series, and even subtle visual nods like a brief photo of Lilibet's hand picking berries, their absence feels deliberate yet puzzling. Safety and photos are directly related to what comes next. Meghan shared a seemingly innocent snapshot of her daughter, Princess Lilibet, enjoying a boat ride with her father, Prince Harry. But what was supposed to be a heartwarming family moment quickly spiraled into controversy and mystery. Fans soon noticed something alarming. The 3-year-old princess wasn't wearing a life jacket, igniting immediate backlash online. Critics swiftly labeled the oversight irresponsible and mind-boggling, pointing out that California law explicitly mandates children under 13 must wear life jackets on moving vessels. Yet, Meghan and Harry remained silent, disabling comments on their post as critics took screenshots and spread their concerns across social media, accusing the couple of shameful neglect and even questioning their parenting abilities. However, the plot thickens as supporters countered with their own theories. Perhaps the boat was docked or stationary, or maybe the photo wasn't even taken in California waters at all. Meghan Markle, or should we say Meghan Sussex, has stirred up quite the mystery lately, and it's got everyone talking. On March 4th, during her Netflix show With Love Meghan, she casually corrected Mindy Kaling, insisting she's now Meghan Sussex, not Markle.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box
It's
and
so
loves it.
funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now.
This seemingly simple correction has set off a whirlwind of debate about royal naming conventions and hidden meanings behind her choice. Some insiders whisper that this name shift is a carefully calculated move, a subtle yet bold warning shot aimed directly at the royal family, reminding them of Meghan's unyielding grip on her Duchess title. After all, Harry and Meghan stepped away from royal duties years ago, and ever since their explosive revelations shook the monarchy's foundations, there have been persistent calls to strip them of their titles. Could Meghan's surname declaration be her way of signaling that she won't let go without a fight? Yet others argue there's nothing controversial here at all. According to royal tradition, it's common practice for family members to adopt their titles as surnames, just as Prince George once went by Cambridge and now uses Wales, or how Prince Harry himself used Wales during his military service. Meghan herself has explained that adopting Sussex feels deeply meaningful to her personally. It's about sharing a unified identity with her husband Harry and their children Archie and Lilibet. But not everyone's convinced by this explanation. British aristocrat Lord Ivar Mountbatten has publicly stated that Meghan is completely incorrect, insisting that Sussex is merely a title, not a legitimate family surname. He argues that the true legal surname remains Mountbatten-Windsor, casting further shadows over Meghan's intentions. Oh, but that's not the end of it. Buckingham Palace has fallen eerily silent since Meghan Markle's bold insistence on being addressed simply as Sussex, and this silence has only deepened the mystery surrounding King Charles's true stance. Adding to the suspense, King Charles himself issued a cryptic message of peace shortly thereafter, urging unity and suggesting that differences could become a source of strength. Yet notably, Buckingham Palace refrained from addressing Meghan's pointed statement directly, fueling whispers about the king's real intentions and whether reconciliation or confrontation is looming behind closed palace doors. Meanwhile, tensions within the royal household have reached new heights as Charles III reportedly faces declining health and attempts to reconcile his fractured family. Despite his expressed desire to reconnect with his grandchildren Archie and Lilibet, Meghan continues to maintain distance from her royal in-laws, making any reunion seem increasingly unlikely. And just when you thought it was over, reports have surfaced of a secret meeting between Prince Harry and key members of the royal family, orchestrated by none other than Kate Middleton. The meeting, shrouded in mystery, took place during the Wales family's private getaway on the Caribbean island of Mystique, a setting chosen to shield this delicate reunion from public scrutiny. Kate, who who has reportedly desperately missed her brother-in-law, extended an olive branch by inviting Harry to join them. While her warmth toward Harry was evident, Prince William's response was described as frosty, an icy demeanor that underscored the lingering tensions between the brothers. Insiders revealed that William remained guarded throughout, barely engaging with Harry despite Kate's hopes for reconciliation. Adding to the intrigue is Meghan Markle's conspicuous absence. Sources suggest she was advised to steer clear of further controversy, leaving Harry to navigate this delicate family reunion alone. Meanwhile, whispers persist about the strained relationship between Harry and Meghan's children and their royal relatives, a poignant reminder of how deep these divides run.
I suppose William and Kate don't have any relationship with Archie and Lilibet either. We know that King Charles has only met Lilibet once, so as the same probably goes for William and Kate. And then also for Archie and Lilibet, they have no relationship with George, Charlotte and Louis. So
yeah, and they're cousins.
Yeah, and they're cousins. So this feud between Harry and William and Kate and Meghan it's creating a rift down the entire family that is crossing generations.
Kate's determination to heal these wounds is unwavering. She reportedly told William, "Enough is enough," urging him to forgive his brother for past grievances. Yet, whether this secret meeting will lead to genuine reconciliation or simply deepen existing fractures remains uncertain. Tell us what you think in the comments and stick around for more exciting videos.